I mean, globally, I'm no phenomenon, but my approach is a little unorthodox. Hi, my name is Dick Kid, and I'm here to save the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the great. We're back in action. White Gold's got some
healthy ass food.
some broccoli quinoa.
Yeah. Down turkey.
Dude, there was a point in college. It was my third semester at the University of Maryland, and my best friend, I lived with him in my second semester, and he graduated. Like, and we had like this magical semester where like, we lived in the attic of this house, and like we put our bunk beds in like the closet, and we made like a living space, and we just had like all these.
That's cool.
It was like a home. It was like a home for misfits. Like we had all these misfits just crashing on the floor, just random people. And
my last year, all the people that like I met, like all my friends from freshman year, I lived with all the way until like my senior year. So like last year we got a house.
Oh, that's a vibe.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
It was chaos. We did beer Olympics, all this shit.
Oh my gosh. Wait, where did you go?
I went to Pitt.
Oh, you went to Pitt. Oh, nice. Dude, yeah. I'm literally like, so I live right in between DC and Baltimore. I've been to New York tons of times. Never been to Pittsburgh or Philly.
Pittsburgh it's a small city, but it's fire. The food there is fire.
Oh, I've heard the food is really good.
There's a ton of like, there's a ton of shit to do.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of like old historical shit there, like the
Liberty Bell.
The incline. The incline is.
Oh, where's that?
So there's like an incline that goes from like Mount Washington down to like South Side. That's like that dates back like decades.
Oh wow.
The Cathedral of Learning still has like all its original like cables and stuff for like the elevators and stuff. And you know it's the tallest academic building in the US, second tallest in the world.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Cathedral of Learning. Yeah.
Wow. The kind of history that I'm into is like well, it's not even I like weird stuff. Like that's why I love Vice. They do all these crazy documentaries. Like I remember one of the first ones I saw. I think I told this guy Ben Anderson who I interviewed. He was a Vice journalist, and it was the first one that I ever saw was Uganda's moonshine epidemic. It was like so interesting. It was just like homemade moonshine. Like I don't know. It's just like this. They just have random ones. Like, and it's all over the world. It's in U.S. everywhere.
I remember a Vice documentary. This is like old Vice. Scopolamine from Colombia.
Oh wow!
It's like the devil's breath or something like that. So.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
It's a flower, right? It's a plant, right, and I guess it has like the pollen or whatever can cause like paralysis and death.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
does it get you high?
No, it makes you like a zombie, and it makes you like open to suggestion. So people use that.
Oh wow!
They'll blow it in your face, and then be like, "Yo, go to the ATM, take out your money." Like there were stories of that. There was one story where they did it to a guy, and he brought people into his house, into his apartment, and they cleaned them out. And the next day he woke up, didn't remember, and he was just like, "Yo, like, you know, there's concierge downstairs," and he was like, "You told me that they were here to come stuff." So like it's very like open to suggestion, like it. But if you get it wrong, like you can die from it. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. And it's not like that much of like an amount that can like kill you. So
shoot. Wait, what's this stuff called? What did you say it was called?
Scopolamine.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I watched one too. There was Zimbabwe's like, so like isn't lean essentially cough syrup and
codeine and promethazine?
Codeine and or wait, no, it was lean cough syrup and just Sprite, right?
Oh, lean, yeah.
Cough syrup and Sprite. But there's codeine in the cough syrup, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so apparently I was watching one recently. It was like Zimbabwe's a bunch of these like Zimbabwe has like a high unemployment rate, I guess. So a lot of like they
Of
get a lot of
course,
a lot of imports of codeine, I guess.
they bankrupted the economy. Fucking, uh, what's his name? Robert Mugabe, man. Robert Mugabe.
Are you do you you have family in Ghana at all?
Yeah, of course. My mom lives in Ghana.
Oh, your mom's in Ghana. Oh, okay, okay. Are you but you didn't grow up there.
No,
You grew up in
I was there
Bronx.
until I was 5. Then I came
Uh-huh.
here, and then I went back from 12 to 15. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Um I don't know if you listened to that I think you said you had heard two songs. They're Ghanaian Norwegian artists,
Oh
Nico
yeah,
and Vince.
Nico.
And dude, that their album, Black Star Elephant, is the ultimate like if you're just ever feeling down, like I know you're going through sort of like a hard time, and if you're ever feeling like down, like their album is one of the like most positive
It's funny because
albums I've ever listened to. It is so good.
I met them at
Oh, you met them?
yeah, I met them at a Warner Christmas party like years ago.
Wait, that's amazing. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I'm kind of
yeah.
mad at I'm actually mad at them right now.
Wow.
No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not mad at them. I'm just like
They've
I
not
was just
released any music.
yeah, they haven't released music in years and like that
Yeah,
album is
I
so
don't even think
good.
that I don't even think that they make music together anymore. I don't think Nico and Vince are a
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, it's just like Nico and I don't know.
Um this is a little bit heavier, but one of the best books I ever read. I'm just going with it cuz you know, it's late. So, um one of the best books I ever read is which kind of got me interested in well, you know, got me interested in a little bit in like the continent of Africa's history of colonization, that kind of thing. But
Mhm.
one of the roots that got me interested was, or one of the issues that like they stem back from that got me interested was this book called. I was super fascinated with Rwanda. For some reason, I was super fascinated with the Rwandan genocide because I remember hearing. I mean, I wasn't. It was 2 years before I was born, but I remember growing up and hearing about it and being
Yeah,
like what the heck? How could you? Like, what happened? And
yeah. There was a lot of shit like that going on in the '90s, man. Like
yeah,
Rwanda, Bosnia. It just seemed well, Bosnia they went in and helped, but Clinton didn't help or do anything in Rwanda, and those people were so. I don't know how many people. I don't want to like misspeak or something like that, but wasn't it like 40 million people or something like
yeah. I
that?
don't know. I know it's a lot of people. I know with the well, so that's what I was gonna say. For the Rwanda genocide thing, this book that I read was it's called "We Wish to Inform You That Tomorrow You Will Be Killed with Your Family," and it's a pretty heavy book. It's about this New York Times by this New York Times journalist. He wrote it. He went a few years after the genocide to talk to the families and that kind of thing, because the whole premise of it was like they were investigating like how could neighbors like who got along for years just like ultimately kill themselves, that kind of thing.
It
Um,
was, it was a lot less than that. It's 800 between 2 to 800,000. It's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's
this is Bosnia.
no. This is
Oh,
Rwanda.
this is Rwanda. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's a
the
lot of.
crazy thing about Rwanda was it happened in such a quick time frame. It was
Yeah,
literally just like a summer. Um, and the Clinton administration, if you I've seen a couple interviews with Bill Clinton where it's like if you ask him his biggest regrets of his
yeah,
administration, that's one of them is
yeah.
um foreign policy is tricky because we have a corrupt history of foreign policy and we still do. Um
Especially in South America.
yeah, of course. And but that was one of those things where I was like, does the US intervene or do they not intervene or like yeah, so it was just
Yeah, they didn't intervene
they
because
didn't intervene.
I think
Belgium, the United Nations intervened.
yeah, but they didn't really do shit.
No, they didn't. They didn't do anything. And then there's like 11 Belgium soldiers that were sent in. They died, and
Yeah,
Belgium pulled out eventually.
yeah.
Um,
I think what happened in Somalia, in Mogadishu, was the reason why people were apprehensive or whatever. Like the administration was
Yes,
apprehensive.
you're absolutely right. I read
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I
So
heard that.
that's the reason why they were apprehensive.
Because of the failure in Somalia. That's like what the movie Black Hawk Down is based off of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
essentially.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I was just so fascinated with that for the longest time. Just the the Hutus and Tutsis and the history of the was it I don't know if it was the Dutch colonizers or the
In
Belgium. I think it was Dutch
it might be Dutch.
or
I'm not.
maybe Belgium. They favored
Belgium,
one
I
group
know
over
for
the other.
sure. Belgium ran rampant in Congo.
Okay.
Yeah, they killed a ton of people. King Leopold the second killed. Now that's millions of people.
Wasn't there something, and this is just jumping all around, but wasn't there something with Mussolini in Uganda recently? He's been in power for a long
Really?
ass time. Mussolini has been in power since the 80s, I believe. And I believe this summer there was something with President Mussolini in Uganda where um, I think he's rigging an election or something,
Oh,
essentially. But he's been in power for a long time, and
yeah.
um, and also I've heard that the president of,
Ton of people that are still in power that don't even need
yeah,
to be in power right now.
yeah.
The one in Sudan, Uganda.
Is
Um,
Paul Kagame the president of Rwanda still?
I'm
I,
not sure.
I believe he is Paul Kagame, but he was
How long has he been in there?
say again.
How long has he been in power?
Uh, I believe the president's. I think it was since '94. I believe Paul. No. You know what? I think it was. I think there was he was part of a militia group. I think after the genocide, I believe that took power, and then um. But
Yeah, the Myanmar just got went through a coup d'état
yeah,
like
I saw that. Yeah.
weeks ago, and that's fucked up. Like the Rohingya have been, forced from their homes, made refugees, and they've been living on the land for ages, but the previous administration didn't recognize them as citizens. So they kicked them out, and it's like it created a refugee situation, which was really
Gosh,
fucked
man.
up. They're a group of Muslims, like
Oh,
the
really?
yeah, they're Rohingya Muslims, and then
Oh,
some
you know what? I did hear about this. Okay, yeah.
and it's fucked up because they're just like it was like a lot of mass murder going on,
Uh-huh.
a lot of the a lot of statements. I read a New York Times article where a couple of the officers like started talking about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we were told to just like shoot people in the head and just like
Oh my
throw them in
gosh.
a ditch,
Gosh, man.
shit like that." Also, what's going on right now in Yemen? The
Yeah, that's been.
Ethiopian migrants that were bombed in the detention center.
Oh, I saw you sharing that on your story a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man, it's just so much.
I mean, they say that Yemen is one of the worst humanitarian crises.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
Yemen and also Syria. I mean, just
yeah.
Syria, everything with Syria.
Also, let's not forget about Libya because
Yeah, for sure.
there's literally a slave trade going on because of the power vacuum that was created when they killed Gaddafi.
Yeah.
And like they backed the guy to like take over. The U.S. backed the opposition, and then after they killed Gaddafi, like they just like didn't provide any support. So leaving that kind of power vacuum in the country is just basically destabilizing the country. You know,
Uh-huh.
and all these like Nigerian and sub-Saharan West Africans that were trying to get to Europe have to pass through Libya, and that's what created the slave trade. Like they end up, you know, being duped by people and being forced by people to like work and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's bad, but like people are not even like recognizing it right now. You know,
Yeah, well,
So much
there's
going on.
so much stuff going on that I feel like, and that's why I love Vice because I feel like
Like
the Vice covers a lot of this stuff that American
there's
news outlets don't cover.
human trafficking and child trafficking going
Oh
on
yeah, that's a huge. Yeah, that's
in
huge.
the Ivory Coast right now. In Kenya, there are Muslims being slaughtered. Um, bro, it's so many places, bro.
It's
Nigeria,
terrible, yeah.
yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's crazy, man. The Uyghurs, you know.
Dude, the Uyghur situation is pretty
And then Joe
crazy too.
Biden is like, oh yeah, I forget what he said. He's like, yeah, like we have to like let um let the Chinese president deal with them like how they would normal he said people have different cultures and countries have different social norms and that yeah
Yeah.
like he chalked that up to like it being like a social norm. I was like, what are you
We might have talked about this last time too, but even West Africa, like like Ghana, Ivory Coast, that kind of
yeah.
thing. The chocolate industry is
Oh
very
yeah,
corrupt. Child labor there, a lot of child labor.
yeah. And
Um,
Ghana is like one of the large, if not the largest exporter of of the cocoa.
yeah, Nestle isn't Nestle going through something right now? My fiance hates Nestle. She's always like,
Yeah, fuck Nestle.
yeah, Nestle. Oh man. Well, that's okay. That brings up a good question. How do you, someone with a religious background, you are a really good guy, and it seems like you really care about people. And when you're making, how does one shop ethically? Because it's almost impossible to shop
Oh,
ethically. It seems
yeah,
like how do you shop ethically?
it's tough. I think shopping ethically, like groceries, is definitely local. Shop local.
But it's so expensive. That's the thing. People can't always
It's
afford it. It's so
expensive. It's
expensive.
expensive. But yeah, like I mean, the best you can do is try and shop local. Even it doesn't have to be for everything, but like for essential things like produce or shit like that. It's better for you and it's not fucking clouded by child labor and all this craziness that's going on. But
Uh-huh.
other things, you just have to try and find alternatives, but alternatives are expensive. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's tough. It's tough. Like I can't say that like I've totally like cut myself off from big brands. I could never say that.
Mhm.
I'm on a MacBook. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the, I wish this got an Oscar last year, and it didn't, but I was really hoping that it would. Was, I think, American Factory got it for
Oh yeah.
best foreign film or best international film, something like that.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping it would be For Sama. The I don't know if you're familiar with For Sama. It's a movie I watched. It's Oscar nominated, but
Mhm.
it documents this from the beginning of the start to the Syrian crisis, um, up until essentially now, like essentially last year,
Yeah.
and like a lot of home footage, that kind of thing, of this woman. She falls in love, and and she has a kid essentially through all of this, and it's just like her experience raising her daughter in this like broken world. And it's one of the most powerful movies I've ever seen. It's not. It's a documentary,
Uh,
and
I have to watch it.
I was like, how the after seeing American Factory, I was like, yeah, that was good, but how the hell did For Sama not win? Like that was so powerful and so like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, the Academy. I mean, the Academy has its own agenda for shit like that. A
Yeah.
lot of times, people win for stuff that, like, I mean, for the most part, the good people win, but there are things where you can literally tell, like, they don't want to shine a light on certain things. So,
Your guy came out at that surprise appearance at that your boy came out at the Oscars last year. Surprise performance, and
oh yeah,
dude, I
yeah,
lost it, man. I was
that was crazy.
shocked. That was so crazy, bro. We were I love the memes of like seeing like Martin Scorsese's face, like when Eminem comes
Yeah,
out.
he was like, that was crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I found out he was going to do that probably like a day before or something like that. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
really?
Oscars, yeah.
How often, what is like when you're hanging out with Royce, is it like, oh, M just hit me up. Like, let's talk about like he wants to know this. Like,
We wouldn't
is
talk.
it
We don't talk about him like that.
We don't talk. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not like that.
we don't really, unless it's like something that comes up that's like pertinent to like the conversation, or he'll be like, oh, like, he said something about what we're currently talking about. We don't really.
Is their relationship strictly professional, or is there a friendship there?
Yeah, they're like the best friends and shit, bro.
Okay, because I thought they were tight. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah,
What like the um relationship was there. Speaking of you know, uh awards, uh did you watch the Grammys
I did.
throughout?
I did. What was your favorite performance?
Well, unfortunately, I was leaving my fiance's house when it was happening, but I got to rewatch it. Was I really like Lil Baby's. I love the bigger
I like
picture.
Lil Baby.
Um, that song, gosh, when I first heard that song, I was like, this is the best Lil Baby song I've ever heard. And not even because, and I'm not saying that because it's talking about police brutality or social justice or everything about that song is so good.
Mm,
But I'm not even saying it for the like the meat of the song. Just like
yeah,
his cadence. I was like, I've never heard him rap like this before.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
legitimately, I was like, I've never heard him rap like this before. Like I loved it. I was like, this is
Yeah,
his best song I've ever heard.
I feel like he, I don't know, he was just like pretty much rapping with intention, you know.
Yeah,
I love that. That record is dope.
it's
But
really good, man.
my favorite performance definitely might be just the little cameo from Roddy Rich. Uh,
Oh,
man,
oh yeah. Dude, that was tough.
and the thing about for me that was so special is that the reason why I think he's so special is that he was performing and he wasn't doing the melody lines from the song. He had different melody lines
Yeah.
he did while he was performing the song. That's how you know this motherfucker wrote that song, like breathes that song.
Oh
It's
yeah.
organic for him.
Yeah.
Like it was just so effortless, man. That guy's talented for sure.
He's really good, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I really do like Roddy Rich.
yeah.
And he's definitely
Very impressive.
he's a unique individual, extremely
Yeah,
unique.
yeah.
Um
I like the baby's
I
performance.
like the baby too. Yeah.
I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't love fucking orchestra for everything,
Uh-huh.
but it
Did
worked.
you see those old white ladies in the back? Dude,
But
that
it
was such
worked.
a geek.
It worked, man. It worked.
No, it
And
was such a geek. I loved
the
it.
funniest shit was the Megan the Stallion shit, where
Oh,
they started like tap dancing and shit, and they were just like fucking doing splits and shit. They were like two chicks doing splits. Like one would do a split, one would jump over the other and do a split, and then the other one would jump over and do the split. It was the funniest shit. It was not needed. It was absolutely not needed. It was
dude,
terrible.
I gotta say, like Cardi B and Megan the Stallion, their performance, like that is not only like was it obviously like musically amazing, but like that takes some like that is
Oh,
like some physical. That is like a physical. Like that is a physical toll. That takes a physical toll.
and that's why we gotta appreciate Beyonce.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah,
The way she does it, and she doesn't seem winded. She hits every note
yeah.
powerful,
Yeah.
with
Madonna's still
great
doing it.
hum.
Madonna's like 70 and she's
I
still going.
love, I love Madonna, but lately, like whenever I hear about Madonna, I just think about that cape incident where she like the cape just fucking like pulled her and she like,
Wait,
she, like
didn't she kiss
felt
Drake?
her ass. You said what?
Didn't she kiss Drake? Like
Yeah, and then Drake was like, and like wiped his mouth.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Nah, but Madonna's like a pioneer, man. Like Confessions on the Dance Floor.
My fiance loves Haim. She loves Haim.
Oh, Haim is good.
Haim's good. Yeah, I like Haim.
Good.
I like the Haim sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They're uh they're good. They have really good like very chill music. Very it's very happy. It's
They have
positive.
really, really great music. They have really, you know what? Like they were like, I don't know, they were like on a path to like, I don't know, superstardom, and then like something happened and they just not happening anymore. I
Oh,
don't know.
really? Like what do you mean
I
super?
mean,
Like
they're
you mean like
still famous.
megastars?
They're still famous, but like they're not at the forefront of whatever anymore. And I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know, maybe it was a conscious decision for them to step back or whatever. But those girls are so talented, man. They deserve it. But yeah.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. My boss. I'm sorry. My boss just texted me, and I was like, I wasn't sure what it was. He's crazy, man. He's yeah. I love my boss, but you know, I don't want to say anything negative. He's we'll figure it out. He's a good guy.
Iranian.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. We both I remember when I told him like like I told him like I was like, "Oh shoot, my mom was born in Tabriz too." He was like he was like he was like, "Holy fuck, man." This is like right when I got hired. He was like, "Holy fuck, man. Both their moms are from Tabriz."
That's so cool.
My mom's not actually from there. She just lived there. She just grew up there.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, it's funny. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. I did want to talk about this. Sorry, you still have more time? We good? Yeah, we can wrap it up here in a little bit. It's getting late. I'm getting.
Give me. I'm gonna be off camera for a second, but
Oh no, you're good, man.
keep talking. I hear
Oh shoot, you got the mic right there. You've been recording?
you. Yeah, we've been recording in the living room.
Oh nice. Oh wow. You guys are cooking up something?
Yeah, I'm recording her for her stuff.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. That's awesome. Wow. Maybe I'll get a mic like that someday for podcasting.
That's Slate Digital mic.
Oh really? Oh wow. Looks very nice. Oh dude, that house looks like a vibe. Oh my gosh.
No, the high ceilings and everything.
Yeah, I like I like the high ceilings. I like
Fucking open.
the slant. Yeah. It's
It
probably a lot
reminds,
of echoes.
it reminds me of like a Danish kind of crib, like shit you see in like a movie like Funny Games or like or what's the other movie or like something that has like the aura of like Midsummer.
Dude, that
I don't
movie
know.
was crazy. Did you watch that whole thing?
I love Midsummer.
Dude,
Yeah.
that movie was genius. Oh my gosh.
I
Remember the
love,
bear at the end? The bear,
yeah.
like the bear. Sorry, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's in a bear.
Whoever is listening to this podcast that hasn't seen Midsummer, fuck off.
Yeah, dude. That summer. I mean, that summer. That movie is really good. Very good. It's shocking though. It is quite shocking. But I do love a good shock effect.
But the thing about his movies is that there's always something going on that you can catch.
Wait, who's the director of that?
Forget his name is Ari something. He did wait, let me see.
Um, when you um,
Ari Aster.
okay.
Yeah, Ari Aster. He did Hereditary, which is like my favorite scary movie ever.
Oh, Hereditary. That was, dude. That was whoa. That was dark.
The
I
Exorcist.
I it was good. It was very good though. Yeah, that there was. Do you remember the scene like when the head comes off?
Where she's like sawing her head off.
My buddy and I, Lemma, my buddy Sam Lemma, he shout out Sam Lemma. Sam, we love you. Sam got in a bad motorcycle
Oh
accident.
shit, man.
He
I'm
was in a
praying.
coma for a month, but he's recovering. He's recovering well.
Get well soon.
I saw him last week. He's in a wheelchair still, but he'll walks. He stood kind of, but he's doing better. He's doing better.
I don't like motorcycles, man.
Yeah, I don't think that he'll be riding again. Maybe he will. He likes the hobby. He's a very sweet guy. But you would love this guy. He's a geek, and
Get well, Sam.
yeah, get well, Sam. He yeah, you heard that from Mike Gold, Sam. You're bound to get well now. Um, no, he's recovering fast, and he's in great spirits. But we were watching that together, and I think we were so shocked that we both just like started laughing. Like, I don't know why. We were just like both started laughing. That's a terrible response, but we both started laughing because we were like so shocked. And our buddy Joe looks at us and he's like, "What are you nutcases doing? Like, why are you laughing? That was very serious."
Yeah, the part where she was like on the wall and like in the ceiling, like on
Uh-huh.
the wall, and then like she starts like chasing him at the end.
Yeah.
It was scary as fuck.
I got a question for you. What do you sorry, I'm kind of want to jump all over just because since we only have a limited amount of time. What do you think about the concept of I love this concept of um do you know Joey Diaz, the comedian?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Are you familiar with him? He
Mhm.
has this concept, and I love the concept. It's called murdering the room, and I really love it. Like you go into a room and you just like it's for stand up. Like he'll just go in a room and he'll literally just murder it. Like he'll leave, he'll silence it, and then it's like he goes home and it's like, well, what just happened? Like this guy just came in here and I said a bunch of stuff. But I was thinking about the parallels between stand up comedy and like rap, like where it's
Mm.
like old school kind of like hip hop battling. Like you got to say something so outlandish or like something so clever that the other guy kind of leaves them in shock. Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like a lot of comedians actually. I think apparently I heard Shia LaBeouf say this. Apparently it uses the same style or the same part of the brain, like where you can kind of think of things quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like kind of parallel the two, um, someone like Kanye West has very great comedic timing in his raps. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I ordered the jerk. She said, "You are what you eat."
Yeah.
You
Like I can't I have no like I can like I can sort of freestyle. I'm not musically inclined at all, but
Another one. He said, "How you gonna be mad on vacation? Let me
I
all of these Americans."
Jamaicans, yeah, yeah.
Like, he's just funny in his rap.
Speaking of Jamaicans, well, actually, sorry, I'm getting all over the place. Well, let me go back to that, and then I'll go to Jamaicans. Um, I want to talk about the Biggie documentary,
Oh man.
um, but before that, like I love this idea of murdering the room. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that, and I did this assessment, like this motivational assessment test from my dad. He does for his business. For he's a business consultant, and I think I told you this. And one of my top motivations is getting a reaction out of people. And I think it was individual. It was like be unique, make an impact, and like get a reaction or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the good motivations. At least there's a lot of bad motivations, I'm sure. But I just thought about that concept. I was like, gosh, I love that concept. And like I'm doing improv on Thursday at this brewery.
Oh wow. Really?
And yeah, I'll go up there and try different things. Like I did improv one time with no preparation at this bar, and it went terribly, but it's a fun challenge. You know what I mean? Like it goes terrible, and I don't want it. It's a fun challenge. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
it's a fun thing to like because I do skits. Like I'll me and my friends, we do skits together. Like we'll do random skits when we're together, and like that's always fun. But stand up is a lot different, and I wanted to see if I could try and work that because I'm not so clever necessarily, but I'm more so good at coming up with random, just like random things
Yeah.
on the spot. But I don't know. I love that. I was just thinking about that. And I love that concept of murdering the room.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man. There's very few people in the rap game who can murder the room. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's true. I mean, what do you think about artists like Lil Dicky, where it's like
He
he
can
kind of
rap, but
he
like
can definitely rap, but he's almost a little bit I think the word is flippant. He's a little bit flippant with hip hop sometimes. You could get that
yeah,
impression.
he's glib, right?
Say again.
He's glib.
What's glib?
Glib is a synonym for flippant.
It's flippant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you sometimes you wonder like, okay, he's comedically really funny, but like does he have sort of like a like artists like someone like Eminem or something, like he has like an inherent respect for hip hop. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For Lil Dicky, I just feel like he uses it as a device.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, that's a good point.
necessarily, I don't know, but I don't know him, you know.
I don't know his heart.
I did watch Dave and I enjoyed Dave.
Oh, dude, that show was so good. I love that show. Now I watched that during quarantine. Oh my gosh.
It actually made me not hate him. You
That's
know,
so
like
funny.
I just don't like any of his songs like that. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
not even like because I think he's a bad rapper. He's dope. He's probably doper than a ton of people in the rap.
Uh-huh.
But just I don't love the content. Like I can't.
Yeah, I don't love the I don't well
Content is fucking
he's
whack.
he's not relatable.
Yeah,
No
I'm
one
not.
no one can relate. People draw so much emotion from music and like yeah, you can get somewhere comedically and I think it's really good, but also like it's hard to relate to
And it
someone who
sucks because like I feel like now a lot of his shit has to resort to you know themes around gimmicks, like the whole like Chris Brown song of like
oh
I can
Freaky
say that
Friday.
word. You know, that's a fun song, but like how many of those are you gonna get? You know, and then you start then you start turning into like the gimmick guy. You start he are you gonna be Weird Al Yankovic? You know,
How long can you be Jamie Lee Curtis?
yeah, like it's just weird to me.
Yeah, man, it's definitely weird. Did you watch the Biggie documentary?
Yeah,
Dude, I saw that and I was like,
all the
fuck, man.
unseen footage, man, crazy.
Dude, it was so crazy, man. And that well, that's where I was gonna go with that is we talk about this concept of murdering the room. It's like Biggie, he seemed like the way that the documentary portrayed him, such a kind, shy guy. But then when he gets on like when he gets on the microphone, it's like, holy crap, man, what did you just say? You just said, you know, you just said something crazy. And it's like, um, but
Yeah,
it's like I love that concept of like these there's your humans are so complex. It's not just one
yeah.
thing.
I mean, like that's the thing about him is that like he just rose to any occasion, right? So I feel like if he's in a room where there's a bunch of spitters, he's gonna be the one that says like the craziest shit. You know, not
Uh
necessarily the most like lyrical shit, but just the shit that like everybody's like, oh wow, that sounded fucking good. You know, it don't have to be the most complex, but like people are gonna leave thinking about what he said.
I love that the clip in the documentary where he's like when it shows him he's like fuck the world, fuck my mom and my girl, my life has played out like a Jericho curl, and then Diddy's like, bro, what'd you just say? You just said fuck your mom, fuck your girl, and then he's like, that's how I was feeling. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I was feeling. It's like wow,
Yeah. It's powerful, man. And
it's really powerful.
you saw that he could sing, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's true. You know what? Is a really underrated Biggie song that people I don't think like. And that's not true. I think they do
Player
like
hater,
it. Say again?
player hater.
No, that's a good one. I
I like
but I think one of the ones that it gets a lot less attention is, or I guess love, I should say, is I love going back to Cali. I think that song is so good.
yeah,
Like that
Mike
song is
Kelly's
such
good.
a.
People, I think the thing about it is that it just reminds people of a negative thing.
That's
So
probably true. Yeah.
nobody really wants to play him going back to Cali because he got killed in Cali.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
that's the thing. It's so sad too. He was supposed to leave. He stayed an extra. He was staying like an extra week, and he was supposed to leave the day that he died.
Yeah,
Essentially,
but he was supposed to like go to London and
yes,
like
that's what it was. He was supposed to go to London.
I don't know. I feel like there was a ton of negligence involved in that type of shit, man. I don't want to.
There's ton. Yeah, the LAPD is very corrupt.
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
like
Um,
how can you not find the killers, man? Like,
no, yeah, but dude, I mean, the documentary was so powerful. Like it was so
oh,
it almost had me in
mom.
tears.
Yeah, I love his mom. His mom is
So sweet.
whenever she speaks, she's very convincing. You know,
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's very
the
convincing.
way she just like I understand where he gets being the way he emotes and he says words and stuff like that. He
Hmm.
gets a lot of that from his mother
Yeah.
because the way she speaks very animated and very distinct.
Oh
You know,
yeah, she definitely was.
yeah, where you can like it'll stick into your head.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, that was definitely powerful. I thought his relationship with Ollie was super powerful as well. That was really
Oh
sad to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Um, I
Oh,
didn't. I didn't realize how late, not late. I mean, he was so young when he died, but in terms of his lifespan, how late in his life that he met Puff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I thought that Puff was like a childhood friend. I didn't realize how
Wow.
late in his life he met Puff.
Yeah, it was very like, you know,
How old was
year
Lil?
or two. Like I think maybe they they rocked out for maybe like 2.5 years. That was it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 years. That's probably it.
But I loved how they focused primarily like on his life, like the life that he
Yeah,
lived rather than his death. That was so because so much of Biggie and Tupac's memory
it's all about their death.
is
Yeah,
tarnished with their death. Yeah.
yeah. I love that. Like we saw his uncle where he used to go back to Jamaica, and
Oh, I
he's
love that. Yeah.
the jazz musician guy.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? That was very pertinent. Yeah, a lot of the stuff. Like I love the
Jazzy
extended.
Jeff.
I love the extended footage of him battling that one guy.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
That one guy was trash.
Yeah.
He was absolute trash. He sucked, but Biggie cleaned him up.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's interesting to see like what would I mean, kind of Puffs kind of said this in the documentary, like where hip hop would not only where hip hop would be if he was still alive, but also like,
Yeah, I wonder, man, because I feel like people don't understand how talented he was. They think that all he was just this thing about. You know what? The thing I hate most about how people talk about Biggie is that like they say, oh, he was like small minded and all he talked about was like the corner. But like people don't understand like the psyche of a person where they feel like they live in a system that's rigged or a trap or a
yeah,
made. You know, things like things done changed or
yeah,
King Gun Funk or somebody's got to die. Like those kind of stories or niggas bleed. Like those kind of stories is not just it's not just to glorify violence. It's just to show you how crazy life was back then. Like, yo, shit was crazy in the 90s, bro. Like, I
yeah,
was young, but like, it was crazy in the 90s.
yeah,
And,
man.
like, the way he captured that, the way he captured New York, and the way he captured how people like us think and the stuff that we were going through at the time, like, I feel like people only give him props for, you know, some surface level shit. But like, man, he was like a psychiatrist, bro.
He
He
really
was.
was. Yeah. Gosh, I remember when I was gonna I had listened to Ready to Die, but I had never like thoroughly listened to it. Like I had skimmed through it, but like when I was like gonna like actually listen to it like thoroughly, my cousin's like 40 two maybe,
Mm.
and so he's a bit older than me, and he was saying like he's like, oh dude, you gotta listen to it. It's like a Charles Dickens novel. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's so funny. Like you compared it to, but it is this narrative of like,
Oh,
it's a
that's so
beautiful narrative from start to finish of,
cool.
and well, it's a beautiful narrative of, yeah, like you said, like it's a representation of where he came up, Clinton Hill,
Yeah.
um, New York,
Yeah.
and
And I feel like people don't give the props of like, you know, I don't think there's ever gonna be a better. I don't care if people say Nas rewind or whatever. That's clever. It's dope. Like he's telling the story backwards, but the way niggas bleed unfolds. That's cinema in its finest.
yeah,
Him giving backstories, him even talking about like he broke literally the fourth wall, being like, talking about he's gonna share or whatever, but then he was like, but of course, I had my fingers crossed,
yeah.
acting like
Wow.
yeah, I'm lying, and then like he just comes in the second verse and is talking about Arizona Ron from Tucson with a black Yukon, and then usually had the slow grooves on.
Shoot, man.
And he reels you in with the story. You feel like that's a movie character right there. Like
Yeah, you definitely do.
someone like Bokeem Woodbine will be playing Arizona Ron or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's just genius. It's genius. It's vivid. Not too many people can paint a picture that vivid, and I don't think that he gets his just due because like he only had two albums, and I feel like he'd be light years away from life after death, and he'd just be way more incredible right now.
What did you think of Life After Death?
It's incredible.
I doesn't. A lot of people say like it. Well, but this is a common critique of a lot of people. A lot of most artists is that if they have a first album that does really really well, it doesn't. Their second album, all obviously, sometimes doesn't live up to the hype
Oh,
of
but
the first.
Life After Death, where I'm from, is the better album.
Really? Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's the better album. He's way more settled in his voice.
Uh
He's
huh.
not yelling. He's telling better stories.
Uh huh.
Um, he's got more hits.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a lot of hits on there. Yeah.
He got hypnotized. He's got more money, more problems. He leveled up on everything. That's why I'm saying like his trajectory was crazy. Like sky's the limit. You know that kind of record is just like it's genius, man.
I was listening to.
Shit that I went through, like of some like, oh, like I saw like sewing like the Lacoste on your shirt,
Oh,
or
dude,
being
that.
like or being like fucking worried that like, oh man, my shit's not authentic. They're gonna ask to see my tag, you know, shit like that. Like I went through that shit, like,
That's so funny. Wow.
but like seeing that shit and like hearing him talk, or oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Bah, why you punch me in my face? Just like I remember being like, yeah, I just gotta be aggressive because they're gonna ask like, oh, is this shit is fake or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that shit that's palpable to like so many people so many people across America, man. Like so many
Yeah. Oh.
people get. I love the fact that people give Pac his props because he was a poet and he was vocal about shit like that. But I feel like they overstate, a lot of this stuff because of the narrative of like it being favorable, to the ideas of what he was pushing, which is great. But like I think they use that to like kind of like denigrate Biggie and be like, oh, he wasn't really talking about shit. But I'm always gonna fight for Biggie, man, because
Well, I think there was. We've talked a lot about this theme about humility, but like I do think that there was maybe not humility. I mean, of course there was humility, but I do think there was a mature, maybe not even a maturity, but like I do think that um Biggie had an emphasis on, the relationships around him and preserving relationships. And it seemed like that at the time, and maybe I'm misspeaking, because I really don't have a right to speak on the situation, but maybe there was for Pac, there wasn't a priority on those particular relationships at that moment.
well, yeah, I mean, Pac, you understand, like he got shot coming into
Yeah.
God and everything
Yeah.
like that. He didn't trust, that many people around him. So like when he got
Yeah.
death row, it was more so he didn't. It was more so, all right, fuck everybody, fuck the world. It's
Yeah.
basically like foreshadowing his album foreshadowed everything that he was going through. Me Against the World,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so like yeah, I understand that, and it sucks because like him and Big were like really good friends. You
Yeah.
know,
It does suck.
could have
It's
made
really sad.
could have made incredible music together,
I
but
know
like
they really could have, it hurts to not. I think it's in human nature that it hurts not to see reconciliation. Like I think as
yeah, yeah, it
humans,
sucks, man.
we crave reconciliation,
Yeah, and
and it's so sad not to see.
yeah, it just would have been nice, man. Especially like the fact that like Big wasn't on that shit. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't trying to beef. or anything like that. You heard Valletta Wallace in previous interviews say that like Biggie told her that like he went up to Pac and was like, "Yo, like what the fuck is going on?" And he was just like, "Yo, I'm trying to sell records." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a shame. It makes me so sad. It really does. Um, there was a sweetness to Biggie, and I don't mean to say that in a way that sounds weird. Um, I do think there was a sweetness to him as a person, as a character.
Yeah,
He,
he was just a good guy, man. Like
yeah, I really do. I really do think so.
out there, he was a good bro. He didn't have to write Lil Kim's lyrics or Lil C's and make a Junior Mafia album and write all of that shit for them to go platinum. He didn't have
Right.
to do that.
I loved how they said like in the documentary they were talking about like when he kind of started saying Junior Mafia or whatever on stage, and like I guess maybe Lil C's asked him like, Bro, what's Junior Mafia?" And they're like,
He's like,
"It's you
that's y'all.
guys." Yeah, yeah. I love that, dude. I love that. That's so nice, man. That's so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
like think about that. Like you're to have someone think about you and think about trying to help you secure your future, when
hmm
he could be enjoying his own. He could be enjoying. Imagine if he just didn't do that and put all of his eggs into himself. He probably wouldn't have gone to LA. You never know. But like, he is who he is, and it unfolded how it unfolded, and that's what makes him, you know, the legend, man, the illest. You know.
it almost makes me question like the idea of how we view people of like, and you're a father, so like the way that you view, say, your daughter is like this amazing thing, right? Like she's the maybe most precious person in your life,
Out
right?
there. Yeah.
And like, like how what would be different about humans if we viewed each other like the way that we like that, like maybe
We'd
people
be in
viewed
such
their
a better
kids.
place. We'd be in such a better place, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it just. I mean, obviously, life is a test, man. So
Oh, it definitely
all
is.
the good and the bad, it's meant to be there. You're meant to go through trials. You're meant to, you know, stumble. You're meant to like come
Yeah.
out well. Like all this shit is there for a reason, and is to remind you that like God, put you here for a purpose, and to fulfill your purpose and get out of here, before He calls you back. But yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
if God could have created a situation where everybody was a good person,
Yeah.
He created that in heaven already with the angels. The
Right.
angels
Yeah.
don't have free will. They just do what's commanded of them. You know.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I've kind of been thinking about that idea of, yeah, there's a sort of a debate in the Christian community
About free will.
about like free will or predestination. Like, were you predestined to do that, or was it? Did you have the ability, or is
Yeah,
it a little bit of both?
nation is such a tricky thing to like explain. It's tough to explain, but it's like, yeah, Allah knows everything that you're gonna do and everything you're not gonna do, but you're free to make the choices that you have within, your life. But He knows where you're gonna end up anyway. You know, but is that free will or is that predetermination?
Yeah.
Some people, I for me, it's like, yeah, we enjoy free will within the choices that we make. You know,
Yeah.
at some point we can change our predestination by the deeds that we do. You know,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think there is um it's got to be like it's got to be at some level a combination of both. It sounds like.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um
yeah. And I mean, the thing about free will is that like is free will overarching free will, or is it free will in within a construct?
yeah.
and that's something to think about as well. For me, like, I feel like, you know, there is free will. We get to do good, we get to do bad, but the fact that like I know something doesn't mean that like I won't let you play it out yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if I know you're gonna make a mistake, that doesn't mean that like, I made that mistake for you. Like, I know you're gonna make this mistake. You're gonna step on this thing right here when it comes up. You did that yourself, but I
Yeah.
already knew about it. That doesn't mean that like you didn't have free will. You have free will, but I just knew that you were gonna do that. You know?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point. Like, I think a lot of people, um, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are in that same, at least the same boat as kind of what I talked about previously of like, especially
Yeah.
with COVID, like I said, like
Mhm.
so much time to think and process, and evaluate our belief systems. And one of the things that I've been struggling with is like the church as an institution. Not like I haven't necessarily been, I mean, obviously I have doubts in my faith, that kind of thing. But one thing that I think I've been struggling with is just like the corruption that takes place within the church, like the sex scandals and all that stuff. It's just been so
Oh,
devastating.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy because the thing that is awful about it is that these people just get relocated. It's not like
Oh yeah, yeah.
they're kicked out of, they're kicked out of the whatever the fuck you call it, but they're just
The
relocated.
parish or something.
Yeah, the parish, but like
Yeah.
they're just relocated, and these allegations and things like that are swept under the rug. So it's like, that's a serious problem. You know,
Yeah.
and also
Yeah, no,
like
it definitely is.
also for me, it's just like I don't fuck with the Vatican because
Uh-huh.
they have all artifacts from all over the world
Yeah.
in the Vatican Library. Like, oh, give it back. Give it back to those countries.
Oh yeah. I don't know much about the Vatican. I don't know much about Catholicism too much, but I know about the abuse for sure. And there's a lot of abuse, and the abuse that I was talking about mainly in like the Protestant churches, or like there was a huge one recently with this pastor who he passed away actually in 2020. He was this really prolific pastor named Ravi Zacharias, and
Oh, I heard about that.
you heard about him. And
Yeah.
I grew up, my like family grew up listening to him, and I remember hearing that he was actually really good friends with this uh, guy named Nabil Qureshi, who
Mm.
was he passed away from cancer actually. But so he would, but anyways, yeah, I guess he, there was this huge sex scandal that unfolded after his death, and the Ravi Zacharias's like foundation had like been withholding information, and I don't know if they were silencing victims, but it
Oh,
sure
fuck.
sounds like it, and it was just terrible.
About that.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, shit like that. I mean, did you see the scandal with the Hillsong dude?
Oh, Carl Lentz. Yes, I did. He,
Um,
what he had?
unfortunately, a lot of shit like that just happens because people are just human beings, man. We start to put people on pedestals and treat them like, you know. Unfortunately, we treat them like they're more than human beings, and we're
Oh
surprised
yeah,
when they. So, for me, it's like it's not surprising.
yeah,
It's really not surprising, but yeah,
yeah. It's very sad, man. It's a real shame. Um, and I mean, I know a lot of people are turning to their faith during these times, and also turning away from it too, just because of
yeah,
what's
you know,
happening.
yeah. There's a lot of people turning away from it. COVID had people feeling like it, life was just hopeless.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was a big thing. I feel like a lot of people were just very much affected by COVID. You know,
Yeah,
in
that's
a
yeah, I
negative
really
way.
think you're right.
Negative way,
Um, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. This has been super fun, honestly. Like this has been just so chill and dude,
yeah.
honestly, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like I love that we're recording and I'm sure this will be fun to edit, but honestly, dude, I'm just fun hanging out with you. It's been fun.
Yeah,
I
it's been
this
dope.
is
Part three next time, man.
thanks, dude. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to do a part three, I guess, man. Or
Yeah.
maybe we'll do part three unrecorded.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, bro. I love shooting it with you, man, and you're super easy to talk to, and but I more than that, I really love your I love your humility and your openness and your
Gotta be.
I'm learning a lot too talking from you. So it's been a it's an honor
Hey,
to do
man.
this.
This is all mine.
Yeah, dude. So this has been so fun. I'm trying to think of how we can end on a lighter note. I had like some
All right, what note are we gonna end on?
let me see. Okay, let's end on this note because I would like to. I saw Fat Joe always ask this on his show. So I'm curious. Well, first of all, let me ask: does White Gold have bars? Like I know you have. I know
Yeah,
you can sing, but do you have bars?
I can rap. Yeah,
You can spit.
yeah,
You can spit. You can. Do you write? Like do you like?
definitely.
Oh, that's good, dude.
I mean, it's not something. The thing about it is that like I'm not the type of person that like I don't give a shit.
Uh huh.
Being the best rapper. I want to be the best conveyor of a message.
Oh, that I like that. That's really
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
that's my whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
if I can convey the message the best, then history will be nice to me.
Oh, dude, I love that, man.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let me ask you this because I saw this on Fat Joe, and I'm curious as to what your and I think I have an idea of who maybe number one is. I want to know top five MCs from you.
My top five.
White Gold's top five MCs. I
Oh,
want to
number
know.
one is for sure Jay Z.
Oh, wow. Okay, Jay
Yeah,
Z for number one.
yeah, number one for sure. Greatest, greatest.
Definitely
Says,
the most consistent.
says the best shit ever. Is the most complex, and his shit is very complex, but in a very whittled down way,
Uh huh.
where it's very hard to do two, three lines of something very dense. Like it takes
Yeah.
people schemes to do things he does in a line or two.
What's your
You
favorite song?
know,
Do you have
gift.
a favorite song?
I don't. So many different J songs. Can I live? The evils, dead presidents. Um, December 4th. I love December 4th.
Dude, December 4th is actually my birthday.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
I love
His
December 4th,
birthday.
a star was born. Yeah, um yeah, man. I share a birthday with Jay-Z. I don't know if that means anything. I don't think it does, but
Marcy Me. I love Marcy Me. The clip
okay.
of Marcy Me. Um, it's just too many to name, man.
Okay. No, understandable. Okay,
Kobe
let's hear
Baby, PSA. You don't know, man. He
you have a
got
favorite album? What about favorite album?
Reasonable Doubt, definitely.
Okay. You know what? Jay-Z is one of the few rappers, and I shouldn't say that because I'm no hip hop expert. But Jay-Z is someone I actually haven't listened to like
Bro,
proficiently.
I'm telling you, when you start listening to Jay Z, you're gonna understand it. Like
Really?
to listen to from the beginning to the blueprint, and then you're gonna be like, oh. And then when you listen from the blueprint to the Black album, you're gonna be like, I get it. Like
Okay.
you're gonna understand why.
Okay. We'll have to talk afterwards. I'm gonna have to binge.
You might not think that he's the greatest, but you're gonna understand why people say he's the greatest. Once you go through these projects,
Uh-huh.
bro, this guy is he's he's I
Shoot.
don't know.
Okay, okay. We're gonna have to
Shakespeare,
talk
man.
afterwards. We're gonna definitely have to
Shakespeare.
talk.
He's Shakespeare.
Shoot, man. Okay, okay. So White Gold's top five MCs. We have Jay-Z as number one. Number two.
Z, big number two.
Big. Okay. I wasn't sure if Big was gonna be number one.
Big is like Big was my first favorite rapper.
Okay.
Then Nas, then it was Jay, and it's been stuck from Jay. But Big is just, man, pizzazz, flow, cadence.
Uh-huh.
That's me. That's my style, man. Like that,
Uh-huh.
the way I present myself on the mic and everything like that is just, it's one ode to Biggie, man.
Yeah. Um actually I was gonna tell you this before and I totally forgot to, and then I'll let you go number three, four, five. But I was driving home from work, and I was listening to Just Playing by Biggie. And some backstory, my fiance loves RuPaul's Drag Race, like
Oh,
to die for. Like I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. Like
bro.
she watches RuPaul's Drag Race like so much, and she loves it. And like when RuPaul's Drag Race stopped airing, she saw all the episodes. She started watching like Drag Race Canada or something. But she loves RuPaul. But I remember Biggie had a line in there where he says, I was just listening to it, and he said, what did he say? He said basically he talks about having sex with RuPaul before someone else.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just thought that was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, wait, I gotta tell Emily this. She's gonna, I don't know what she'll think of it, but
Yeah, Big. I love Big because he would just say whatever he wanted to, man, and it
yeah.
wasn't a thing, you know. Um,
I love what Nikki did though. I thought what Nikki did was so badass that
oh, which dreams of fucking
yeah, I really, you know what? I was so inspired by that. I was like, you know what? That is just so. I love Nikki's competitive spirit. She wants to be the best. She
yeah,
doesn't play around, and she called out all those people, and I thought it was amazing. I was like, I absolutely loved it.
yeah. I think it was definitely dope. That's
Um,
was one of the better records on the album. On that album,
um, okay. So big, or no, sorry, J, big. Do you say three already? No,
Nas, man,
Nas.
Nasir Jones, man, just
He got the Grammy. Congrats to Nas.
yeah, he beat me and Royce for.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Nas is just one of the best, man. Like you just grew up listening to him. I don't know. A lot of these guys shaped the way I listen to music,
Uh
you
huh.
know.
Your sound.
Yeah. And
I
then
lo-
4 and 5 is gonna be controversial a little bit.
Oh, okay. Wait. Before we get controversy, I was gonna say, did you like the Nas album though that won a Grammy? Because I really liked it.
I thought it was okay. Honestly, like I thought it was okay. I really like Lost Tapes 2, which was released the previous year. I
But
thought that was
wasn't
awesome.
Kanye on that?
Yeah, I think Kanye was on there. Like that's the one that had Tanasia. It had it just had a bunch of like different kind of like beats, man. Like and he sounded like rejuvenated, you
Uh
know.
huh. Yeah.
He sounds good on King's Disease though, but I didn't think it was, you know.
I love the song with Don Toliver and Big Sean. Replace Me.
Oh yeah, I
Don
like that.
Toliver is awesome.
He's got a lot of good melodies.
Okay. So we got Jay, Big,
No,
Nas, and wait. Can I guess Can I guess
yeah, you're probably not gonna guess.
the fourth would be Iggy Azalea.
Oh yeah, you got
Let me guess again. Let me see. Um,
if it was Iggy, bro, that snatch me away from hip hop.
yeah. Let me guess.
Like a black widow, baby. Come on.
um, I'm gonna pick someone. Sorry, give me 1 second. Um,
You're just overthinking it, but
okay. I'm gonna say. All right, here it is. You ready for this? I am going to say. Um, I don't know. I don't know. All right, go for tell me.
Kanye West.
Oh, you mentioned that you're a huge Kanye fan.
Yeah. I don't love Kanye the man.
Yeah, but the artist.
But I love Kanye the artist.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's a lot of people.
not his recent stuff, but like there's some stuff that just changed the trajectory of me making music. Like
Uh-huh.
Graduation is just a pivotal album.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
Jesus is a classic. I think that's his second best album
What'd
behind
you say? Yeezy or Yeezus?
Jesus. Yeah,
Oh
it's just
really?
for me. I think it's his second best album behind Graduation for
I
sure.
gotta send you a um no, it's not Blood on the Leaves. It's Bound 2. Do you remember what James Franco and
And
do you
Seth
remember when
Rogen.
and Seth Rogen did the Bound 2 thing? So my
Yeah.
buddy and I, when the Popeyes chicken sandwich came out, my buddy and I gotta send this, dude, you're gonna geek at this.
Yeah, I want to see this.
My buddy and I, we did a
Like
like
a
for
bounty thing
yeah,
for.
like we did like so essentially like you bite into the sandwich and then like it takes us on his this is actually sad. This is Sam before his motorcycle was intact. We were on
Oh,
his motorcycle
that's
and
cool.
so I'll send it to you. You'll think it's
Yeah, I
I think
definitely.
you'll think it's funny. Um but Kanye, dude, yeah, Kanye, I mean musical genius, of course.
Yeah, I
Um
mean, some people say he's not a rapper because like people help him with with his bars, but I'm talking about okay. If you're talking MCs, I can't put him on there. I was just saying like my favorite artists, you know.
okay, like okay, let's redefine it. Let's
But
throw Kanye.
if you want to do MCs, I can't put him on
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't I want spitters. I don't want him I don't
Oh,
want
okay, if
artists. I
you
want
want
spitters.
MCs, then damn, number four has got to be number four has got to be it's got to be Royce.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
go.
it's got to be
I
Royce.
love that, dude. I love it.
It's got to be Royce. And then number five is Jay Electronica.
Oh, you love Jay Electronica.
That guy, he got spirit behind his music, man. Jay Electronica, man.
You know, I listened to and I'm sorry, Jay Electronica. I don't mean to do this to you, man. I was listening every time I listened to which people don't talk about it a lot anymore, but I really love Kendrick Lamar's Control verse, and but I mean, I love the
Jay
Control song.
Electronica's verse is so good
It
too.
is really good. It is really good, but I'm really
Good.
sorry. But I
But
always
no
listen.
one listens to that,
I'm really sorry, but he's right after Kendrick, and I always
right?
okay. I'm gonna go now. I'm so sorry.
Like, sorry, man. Gotta do it to you. But yeah, oh man. Jay Electronica, man. What we talking about? Exhibit A, Exhibit C, um, Voodoo Man, uh, Road to Perdition. We got The Never Ending Story. We got,
Oh, the never ending
Universal
story.
Soldier. We got All Praises Due to Allah. We got Ezekiel's Wheel, where he's talking about the alchemist.
Wait,
Uh,
is he also a Muslim as well?
yeah, he's Muslim.
He is. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Bro, this guy is come on, man. Like his verse on fucking uh I don't know, it's on the Talib Kweli album. He just the fucking the Revenge of Swagger Jackson. Oh, come on. This guy is
Wait, I love that. I love that name,
mind-blowing.
Swagger Jackson.
Yeah. You gotta listen to that song, man. Yo, a lot of people are will not like put him in there because like they say he didn't have an album, but like he got an album. It's with Jay Z. People are mad because it's with Jay Z, and they feel like it's a cheat code. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
But he got an album. He's in my top five. Now that he
Yeah.
got an album, that's it. You
Well, you know
know,
what's cool about this is that
and I think for me, I think he is the only reason why he's number five is because he just started. He just put out one album, but he's got the talent to be like number two to me.
really that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, he got talent to pass all of them up to number. I don't think no one can pass Jay Z though.
Um, he or not. What was I gonna say? Well, the interesting thing is that, or not the interesting thing. I think the amazing thing is that all those guys, Royce, Nas, and Jay, you guys were all up together. That's huge.
Yeah,
You guys were up for the nomination. That's amazing. That's like, how does that
yeah,
make you feel? That's like got to be
yeah. That's
crazy.
crazy, right?
That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. The fucking Hove was in the category too. I didn't even think about that. Damn, man. Yeah, man. It's just nice to be, amongst crazy talent like that. Like for me, if I'm when I'm saying top five or whatever, I'm not like disparaging any other MCs. People are there's so many incredible rappers, and
Right.
I'm just
And I,
saying my top five, favorite MCs that I feel like are the best. Like someone will say like Lupe Fiasco, and they're well within their rights to say that because he is a champion.
yeah.
He's an assassin. Someone would say Eminem. How could you dispute Eminem? It's
Yeah.
just for me. It's just like their skills and content is
Yeah.
five. Well, those are the five for me, man.
Well, I think skills and content, but also if you're talking about like personal favorites, you always have to talk about like I'm sure they spoke to you at some point in your life that like left an impact.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like,
Like, and it's tough because like that's how you know Jay Electronica is special because he came after my formative years. Like most of these people were during my formative years. Royce
uh-huh.
came on the '90s, Jay came on the '90s. Who else? Nas and Big. They're all '90s. It's all shit that I was listening to and I was growing up to. But like J Electronica, for me to be in college and have discovered like Act One and just been like, who is this guy? You know,
Yeah.
hearing hearing like him on Jay Dilla and like dimethyltryptamine and the, come on, bro, that guy is bananas. That guy's he is bananas, man. Like all of them are bananas, but like
Yeah.
the electronica he just has a certain spirit to his music
Uh-huh.
that captures me on it's on a different level, you know.
Yeah, that's true. And they speak to life experience too. Like some artists speak to what you've encountered and what you've gone through, what you are going through, and that you can form like some sort of
Yeah. But like
cognitive
but
relatability.
if we're talking artists and we're not talking like, you know, MCs of spitters, bro, like
Uh-huh.
I just have to make sure that people know that Kanye West is up
Yeah.
there.
You love Kanye.
Rick Ross is up there for me.
I love what Rick Ross has a great line where he says essentially like, like something about him like being the best, but he's never anyone's favorite artist or something.
Nah, he's one of my favorite. I'm the president of the Rick Ross fan club, man.
Dude, I do love Rick Ross.
Rick
He's got
Ross.
the biggest mansion in not the world in the United States at least.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they filmed Coming to America in there.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Did you listen to Lemon Pepper?
Yeah, I love
Oh
Left.
dude, oh my gosh, dude.
I
The Scary Hours too. I love Drake. I personally love Drake as an
love
artist.
Drake too, but like, if you're reading this, is like my favorite Drake song.
Oh dude, I love 6 p.m. in New York. That's like my favorite Drake song ever.
Him in New York, the used to
You and the Six is real. I love that song.
that beat on used to was crazy. Um,
6
10 bands.
Man.
Oh yes.
10 bands is my ringtone right now.
What's the other one?
Six God.
No, 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 no. It's
Uh uh
Ain't No Telling. Oh my god.
Ain't no tell. Yeah, Legend. That's a good one too on there.
And then the um, Let Me Go, Let Me Bring It Home to You.
Wait, what
Let
is that one again?
ah, uh,
I don't know. Recognize it.
what's that called, man? If you're reading this,
Is that the one with Lil Wayne?
no, it's the slow record.
Oh, I don't know if I know that one.
This is too late. Let me look it up because that oh Madonna's on here too. Like, ooh, oh Now and Forever. Now
Okay.
and Forever.
I
Let
was
me
folding laundry listening to
and then
Teenage Fever.
Jungle's on there. Come on,
Oh,
Jungle.
Jungle. Yeah, yeah, no. They did a remember they did a short film for Jungle when that came out.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
kind of cool.
Bro, that album is phenomenal, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean
Bro,
Drake
I'm
makes
going on record and saying if you're reading this is better than any Lil Wayne album ever released. I don't care.
well maybe the Lil Wayne album. Lil Wayne mixtape is different story. I was listening to the
It's better
dedication.
than any Lil Wayne mixtape, better than any Lil Wayne album. Drake is better than Lil Wayne.
He is. I agree. I do agree
Drake
with
is
that.
better than Lil Wayne.
I love his line on the I think it's on Lemon Pepper. I'm not sure what it is. He said, "We all grateful for Wheezy, but no one more than me."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even trying to like
No, no, no. I know you're not. I know.
I'm not even talk shit on Wayne, but like, cause Wayne is amazing.
Have you met Wayne?
No, but I've worked with Wayne. I've produced for Wayne.
Oh, you produced for Wayne. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
on like on one of his mixtapes. I don't remember. I think it was like No Ceilings 2 or
DJ
something.
Drama.
No, I think it was it was a No Ceilings mixtape. I don't think Drama did that. Drama just did
Drama does the dedications. Yeah, the
yeah.
dedications were amazing.
Dedications are amazing.
Really amazing. I think Dedication 4 is the best, personally.
Really? I
Yeah, I love it.
think Dedication 2 is the best.
I think that Dedication 4 has the most consistent bangers.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Damn, I like that.
I
But yeah,
also was
I love Lil Wayne, man. There was a period of time where all he talked about was eating pussy, though.
I
Like,
got
yo,
my friend my oh
like, Wayne, give me some other bars, bro. He was like, yeah, eat that pussy up. I'm like,
I my friend's gonna might get mad at me for saying this, but I my best friend Joe, he uh he got married this past summer, and right before, like, I was his best man, but he couldn't do a wedding because of COVID. But like right before he like went down, like we were in the bathroom getting ready, and like we were about to go out. We did a small ceremony, and then he like looked at me and he was like, well, he's like, well, I guess we're about to find out what Lil Wayne's been talking about for all these years.
oh
I
shit,
was
that's
like,
hilarious.
um, but no, Wheezy's good. What are your thoughts on J. Cole? Because I love J. Cole. I really
J.
do.
Cole is dope. J. Cole is dope. I haven't connected with an album quite like I have with Forest Hills Drive. Like I think that's his best album.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That album is his best album. That album is
yeah, I
so
think
good.
that's his
Yeah.
best album. I really like the what was the album that had Kevin's heart on it?
That was KOD.
Yeah, I like KOD, man.
I like KOD. That was the one where
I
it had
didn't like For Your Eyes
1985.
Only though. I didn't like For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, I didn't love For Your Eyes Only. I know we talked about this in the last podcast. I really like Sideline Story, but I think the best favorite J. Cole actually album, it's not even an album of all time. I love Friday Night Lights, the mixtape.
Yeah.
That's better than any J.
No,
Cole
I love
thing.
J. Cole. Look, I remember J. Cole, his first fucking concert of like a lot of people or whatever was
Uh-huh.
JEEZY Blueprint Tour, fucking the first Blueprint 3 tour, the college tour. And the first date was Penn State. And I went with my friend Binyam. Shout out to my boy Ben. We were
That's
early.
amazing. Oh my
We were
gosh.
early and he performed Lights Please. And we were like, who is this dude?
Lights, please. Oh, dude, that was so
Yeah,
good.
he
Yeah.
only performed one song. He was the opener. He was the first opener. Then it was Wale. So Wale came out there with the Go Go band, and
Shout
then
out Montgomery County.
yeah, and then it was Nerd, and it was Nerd, and then it was Jay Z.
Oh wow.
Like, bro, that was yeah. I was like, yeah, J Cole's a star, and he came out for A Star Is Born. It was nice. It was nice.
Oh, Stars Born. That I love that song. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
he came out for A Star Is Born. Yeah, man, like that Blueprint 3 tour, they definitely made their bones that way. That was a college tour. Jay did the college tour, and then he went out properly for the Blueprint 3 tour when after that, like a few months after that. I think he went with he might have went no, he didn't go with Jeezy and them. That was like a later one where it was him, Trey Songz, and Jeezy that went on tour. That was crazy.
Wow, that's I
I've seen so many Jay Z concerts, bro. So many.
really wait. That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Who's your was you who would you have you worked with Jay Z at all?
bro. I would be deceased if I
Is
worked
your
with
dream collab Jay Z or Kanye?
Jay Z.
Jay
Easily,
Z.
I've worked with Kanye already.
Oh, you work with Kanye.
Yeah, I
Can you
worked.
say what you worked him with him on?
I hasn't come out.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
Donda.
No. Like we did work years ago though. Like
Okay, okay.
it's just probably never gonna come out.
Dang, dude,
He
that's crazy.
scrapped a lot. He scrapped a lot of shit while he was doing before Life of Pablo.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like Life of Pablo. I thought that was good.
I think Life of Pablo is decent. I feel like that's when he started like falling off. To be
Did
honest,
you like Jesus is King at all or no?
I like some of the beats. Well, I like Water. Water is dope.
Yeah.
Uh, what else? What's on Jesus is King? Oh, I like what's the one where I think Pierre did the beat on one of them.
Hey Pierre, can you come out here?
Is it's the one with like the it's like electro almost.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. There's like on God.
Yeah, I think it was On God.
Maybe it is on
Was it
God.
On
Yeah.
God or something
Um,
God?
there's two
Follow
gods
God.
on there.
It was called Follow
Oh,
God.
follow God. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Follow God
yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, that yeah. Yeah, dude, that album. I liked the album actually. I'm not a huge Kanye fan, so I'm not like
Okay, so yeah, I like Follow God. I liked Water. I liked that's pretty much. No, I like Everything We Need. I like Everything We Need.
Oh yeah.
I like the clips, the Kenny G joint. That was nice too.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't like Close on Sunday is just so annoying.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit
My
yeah.
Chick-fil-A, shut up.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, gosh. It's
I like that he's like comedic with his shit though.
yeah, that's true. I do like that.
I still love that about him. You know, it's just like he never like loses that funny edge in his music.
Yeah. I have a lot of empathy for Kanye. I think
I
he's
love Ye,
definitely
man.
say again.
I said I love Ye, man.
No, I think he's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I yeah, I think it's I mean, I won't even. I'm getting late. I mean, I won't even go. I don't even know if I want to go there. But
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. He's just a tortured soul, man.
yeah, yeah, we're all struggling with
It sucks,
something.
and I feel like it sucks because like people require so much out of him.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So much out of him. It's got to be stressful,
Oh, I'm
man.
sure it is. He's got to be everyone's everything.
Yeah, now like he just like I don't know, man. I just wish him well. Now
Yeah, yeah, me
North
too.
is going. No, I don't. I hate that. Like just a man about to lose his family.
Terrible. Yeah, so sad, man. It just yeah, yeah, very sad. But I'm glad that he's your one of your favorite artists, and he's a musical genius. So he really is.
It's funny because like a lot of times, a lot of people tell me they're like, well, my friend Maki always tells me he's like, yo, man, I know you're not trying to be, but like you always do some like shit that like Kanye would do. He always says that. I'm like, but this doesn't. I'm like, but this doesn't sound like Kanye. He's like, no, trust me, like this is some shit he would love and would do. And I'm like I'm trying to get away from that.
Does your mom listen to your music? Like, did your mom listen to Zeus?
I think she does. I don't know. She knows it exists. I
Uh-huh.
don't really like ask her.
Uh-huh.
I ask any of my family members to like listen to my shit.
Uh-huh. But they know you do music.
Yeah, but my cousins listen. My cousin who I did the Zeus hook in her basement.
Uh-huh.
She listens to my shit. Her and her husband Anita and the
That
baby.
is
Yeah,
crazy,
they
dude.
love
Like,
they love my shit. I think they do. But yeah.
how does it feel? And maybe we can end it on this note, but well, maybe this will be going too much, but just out of curiosity, like you were on one of the most polarizing records of that album.
Oh, I know.
Like
And
legitimately the most
bro,
polarizing record.
that album is the song has been streaming lights out, bro. Like,
Oh, it's
yeah, it's doing so well, bro. It's doing so well.
I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but I was just gonna say, like, it's just so I mean, it's just so in depth. Like he's got his um is very sincere. He talks about his apology to Rihanna. He talks about all the stuff going on. He talks about, the stuff with Breonna Taylor and police brutality and all that stuff. He talks about his longevity in hip hop and
Mm-hmm.
kind of warning Drake
Oh
and
my
other
God.
rappers. and then obviously it's
Snoop
over
shit.
with, and the Snoop situation, which sounds great now, but just altogether it was such a polarizing record.
Yeah, but it's because of what I did on the hook.
Dude, you're a part of it,
Yeah, that
sir.
was the idea, right? That was the idea of it. Well, that's why I did the hook.
You
Like,
had that in mind.
yeah, like it was a conversation that I had with Royce and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
Months prior, where we were talking about like where he would go from, what he's done.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, people don't like him because they want the old him. So you're judging him based on his past excellence. It's like
Uh-huh.
kind of dumb when you think about it.
It's
It's
so dumb, yeah.
like, so it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So like that was in my head already, and I just kind of like made it to be like, yo, what it basically like a what more can I say kind of thing. Like Jay-Z kind of see Jay-Z is always in the back of my head.
Yeah.
It was like a kind of like side B of like a what more can I say kind of thing, you know?
Quite literally a side B.
Yeah, yeah, right. And
Yeah,
it's
man.
yeah, it's just like, what else do you want from me? Like the Tyrese meme. What more do you want from
Yeah, dude, you're absolutely. Yeah, I mean, dude, the way that I was blown away. You were telling me about just how fast you wrote it, and
Yeah, that
we
was
kind of had this conversation about people being nostalgic and hip hop, and we've kind of talked about themes of this, of like wanting their artists to essentially be, superhuman. Um, but dude, you really hit the nail on the head, man. And the hook is, gosh, dude, it's literally so fire. It's Zeus is literally, I think Zeus, These Demons, and uh
yeah,
Favorite Bitch is my favorite.
I
Um,
wrote demons. I wrote the
dude,
hook.
These Demons, dude, I love These Demons. It's so good.
I wish you could hear my version. Did
Is
I play
it?
it?
You may have. I need to check. I don't. You may have. I don't
All
think
right,
so.
all right, I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play you this, but edit it out.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to play it
Yeah.
after? Do you want? Or should we
Oh yeah,
play it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You play that. I'll play it for you after
Play it
we
for me
wrap
after.
up.
Play it for me after. Because then, if we do it after, maybe I can plug in my charger.
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited to hear it though. But dude, I mean, seriously, unbelievable. Like, did you did you like my question that I asked you on Instagram
What was it? I forget what it
when I
was.
was like, I was like,
Oh, what rhymes with pariah?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, I was gonna say like fire, but I was like, let me just say Mariah.
Yeah. Dude, dude, seriously, man. So good, dude. I mean, I think it was a perfect collab though because it sounds like Maj's voice really flowed well with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
but that's crazy. And how long did that one take?
10 minutes.
Shit, dude,
That's like one of my. That's what one of my daughter's favorite like hooks. She always sings that beginning. Like, I tell my dogs we gonna get right in it. Yeah.
you're
I, like the
coming
only
in.
reason why I just wish that it was more like I wish it was more forceful. Like you'll hear when I like I'll play you like what I did. It was a lot more like
Because you had a vision for it.
forceful.
Like you had something in
Yeah, I
mind.
mean, yeah, yeah. I had whatever in mind, but he asked me to do that. So like it's not about what I want. It's just literally about what he wanted. You know.
Um,
So because he gave me that he gave me that beat like it was from Mike Zombie and it
oh
was like,
wow, that's amazing.
yo,
Oh my gosh.
Jack Royce, like, would I jump on it? And I was like, of
Mike
course.
Dean.
No, Mike Zombie.
No. Sorry, I know. Sorry. Sometimes, so I had
Oh,
this weird thing where, like, I'm, and I don't mean it to be rude at all. My friends and I, we're big on word association. So, like, someone will say something, and, um, like, someone will say, I'm using a Focusrite, like, for my podcast or something, and like, someone will
mhm.
say, Reggie Wright. I don't know. Just like something, I don't know, just like something random.
Oh,
It's not even, I don't even know what it is. It's just like a weird it's like a weird subconscious thing. Um, but I was gonna ask this. The stands have been chattering. Those
oh
those
God.
those fucking stands. um,
Mhm.
And apparently, and you know, I have to start on this because unfortunately there is some Stan in me. Well, actually, there's a lot of Stan in me.
You're not gonna say side C because I have no clue.
Oh, dude, I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that. So you have no idea.
No,
Do you think you'll? Do you see yourself
I
working
would.
with?
I don't see him doing a side C. If he, I mean, anything is possible, but he literally just gave 16 records in
Yeah,
December.
side B. Yeah, I doubt. I doubt. I don't know about side C.
It's gonna be later on in the year if he's gonna,
Oh,
you
for sure.
know,
I'm sure.
something, you know.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not side C. Just name it something else, and
Yeah. 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 Maybe
yeah.
we could name it Blanco Shady.
Imagine. I wish. I I'm an advocate for bad meets evil gold.
Oh, dude, I love that. That's a wait. That's a gold. Like, oh no, wait. Bad Meets Evil Gold Edition. That
Yeah,
could be good, dude.
I
The
want to do
whole
all the hook
concept
numbers.
of I didn't even realize, like, even as an MM fan, like those boys. Sorry, I shouldn't say this. Those guys are so freaking genius. Like, like I didn't realize, like, when it was like "See you in hell" for the sequel, like literally like "Hell" the sequel, like that shit is so
Yeah,
genius.
how crazy, right?
How crazy, man! You're gonna be on there,
Yeah.
dude. You've got a bright
Yeah,
future.
if they do it, of course I'm gonna be on there. No question.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
force my way on there. The fuck?
dude. You're gonna
I'm
be
just
on
gonna,
there.
I'm just gonna like be like, hey guys, I'm begging you. I need to.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Well, this was so fun, dude. I think I was like started closing out at the top five, and then we kind of just went down a rabbit hole, but it was
Oh, I
great.
know we did. I forgot about that. My bad.
No, dude, I
Um,
loved it, dude. I'm here for it, man. I'm I'm excited, man.
Shout out to all the greats, man, that help shape me, help shape who I am, man.
You remember that Rick Ross thing was like, shout out to all the pairs.
Shout out to all the pair. He didn't even say pairs. He said shout out to all the pair.
Yeah, the
That shit
that's so
was
good.
fucking comedy.
Dude,
Shout out to
that's so
all
good.
the pair.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah.
He's so good. Yo, lemon on the
Oh,
prime rib, buttered asparagus. You know, he has so many sayings,
God
man.
forgives, I don't.
You lock the lions in. He had
Oh.
his Breakfast Club interviews, genius. Like, he's, man, he's funny.
Dude, I gotta see
There's
you
a-
on the Breakfast Club. I wanted to see you on there, man. I want to see you on Hot 97 Ebro in the morning. I want to see you
We'll,
on oh, I saw
we'll,
you on
we'll,
Shade 45. I saw you on Shade 45.
yeah. Yep. You saw me in Shade 45.
I want
We'll
to see
do
you
a
on
run.
I want to see you on
We'll
Tim
do a
Westwood.
Tim Westwood fucking kicking flows and shit.
Yeah, dude, I want to see you on that.
Yeah.
I want to see
I'll
you
do I'll do flex one of these
I
days.
want to see you on Sex in the City. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding, sorry.
Yeah, but there's what else? There's a song on my SoundCloud actually. Just like I just did a freestyle to 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, if you want to
Oh, dude,
check
I gotta
out
check. That sounds amazing, man.
actual rapping, you can listen to that.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bars, I love it. That's amazing. Okay, I gotta check that out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite literally a discussion for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grammy nominated artist, White Gold. Um, again, dude, this has been so fun. I really appreciate you, and
Next time, I feel like we need to chop it up about like DMT and
dude, I was
ayahuasca.
thinking the same thing because I'm not getting my fix, and I'm not. I need. I'm so. I had an amazing night, but I want more.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, yeah. I feel like we need to talk about that. We need to talk about space exploration.
Bro, let's
Like,
do it. I'm down.
yeah, yeah, that
My
shit.
podcast is gonna turn into the White Gold podcast.
Yeah,
Dick Kid White Gold.
I'll just be like a resident, like
Dude, I love it, man. Hey, I'm fine if you're
like,
the next if you're the only guest for the
every,
next few months.
yeah, every once in a while, just come and do one, and we just talk about different topics and shit. You know.
Dude, I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks White Gold for being on here. White Gold, aka
Yeah, man.
Bobby, and yeah, man, this is super fun. So
Yo, peace out, guys.
see you guys.
Yeah, let me give a shout. Let me give a shout out to
Oh, of course.
Royce for always fucking being a man of honor.
Wait, sorry, can you
Um,
say it again? Actually, it cut out, I think. Could you say who your shout out was
oh,
to?
yeah, like I just want to give a shout out to Royce, for always
Oh, for sure.
being a man of honor, just being a good dude. Yeah, just shout out to everybody, people that I fuck with, people that I don't fuck with. Shout out to you too.
Shout out to all you
Yeah,
guys.
I got a Discord, I got a
Oh, that's right. You were
Discord.
saying you're gonna do Discord, so you got
Yeah,
one.
hit me up with the link. Yo, people get kind of going crazy in the Discord already. Like, I had
Uh-huh.
to boot somebody already. Like,
Oh,
damn, like,
you had to
just chill.
you had to kick
Like,
someone
everybody,
out?
I already kicked someone out. Uh,
You're
just, I just wanted
acting up.
people to chill. I might, play some unreleased music. I might, you know, try and get some opinions of shit that I want to send Eminem, that type of shit.
Yeah,
So,
dude, that's amazing.
yeah, like, but it's just like a nice little Discord, nothing crazy, not too many people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and just like something for the fans.
I love it. That's amazing, dude.
Yep.
Do it for the fans. Guys, check out my
Mhm.
OnlyFans page. No. Sorry. Oh,
I got a
well,
song. Did you listen to the OnlyFans record?
I did.
I
I
got a.
liked it, dude. It was really good, man. I did listen to it actually.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna actually like going through I want to do like an actual in-depth listen when I'm driving to
Mm.
work because it's a long commute. So I
Oh,
definitely
dope. That'd be.
will. I did want to tell you something funny off air really quick. But thanks for having us guys.
Okay.
It's been super fun. So bye everybody.